We'll think about
We won't.
it. Man, well, we'll be talking about the Chiefs game here towards the end of the show, but Sean is taking the duties over from Tybo's last two games to watch that were absolutely horrendous. You should not have watched
They
those
were
games.
just
I'm sorry if you
blowouts.
did.
Like get
I'm they were bad. They were bad games. I'm sorry if you watched them. So let's see if Sean can do any better here in his game to watch for this week.
I'm gonna semi follow the trend of Tybo of teams, at least one team that's not really good this year, but we're gonna go in and go with the Raiders versus the Colts in Indianapolis. Colts are favored by 7 in this game. This is gonna be a battle of the running backs. Ashton Jeanty went back to the college stance style, and look how it turned out last week. It came away with 3 touchdowns, 2 were on the receiving end, but still, you like to see that from Ashton Jeanty. What was it, over 100 yards easy rushing as well? Am I wrong with that? Anybody? Fact check.
I'm fact checking.
Either way,
no, I don't remember
he ran
Ashton
a lot.
Genty's stats from last week because he's not on any of my fantasy teams.
He had a great game. He was on your stardom last week, so I'm
I
surprised you didn't
know,
remember that.
but I just
Anyways,
looked at the fantasy points.
He did. He had 138 yards on 21
that's what I
carries.
thought.
He also had 17 yards receiving on and he was 100% on receptions. He was 2 for 2.
2 touchdowns. You got
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor on the other side, so this is going to be a great running back battle throughout the whole entire day. Something about it. I'm just feeling it, man. I feel like this is going to be a great game to watch. I know people are actually going to this game to watch it. Unfortunately, they're Raiders fans, so what are you going to do? But should be a fun game to watch. Lucas Oil Stadium. I really hope they have the top open. Let Mr. Jim Irsay see what's going on in that stadium some more. And game to watch for sure this week.
The game's going to be an absolute blowout.
On which
he
side?
and he's also, I mean, it's not cheating. It's just like be creative because I've already called the Colts in a game to watch this year against another AFC West opponent. And so if you think the Raiders are as good as the Broncos and you think the game will be as good as Colts Broncos, I think you're dumb.
See, I
I don't
think
think this is going to be a good
Ashton Jeanty
game to
is
watch
finally
at
coming
all.
to his form, and there's going to be a close game up until the very end.
You think like Ashton Genty just like puts the Raiders on his back?
Oh yeah, against the Colts. Colts are a little banged up on defense and offense.
They're banged up. Who's banged up?
Michael Pittman's limited in practice right now. He missed one game. I believe they
He's
have a few
always fine.
cornerbacks.
They've got
I
some
didn't know
cornerbacks
that.
out. Yeah. What? Michael Pittman will be fine. If he's not, guess what? They got Josh Downs. Adonai Mitchell's getting cut.
Who's going to fumble
Should be
again?
should be cut. Doesn't matter. They have Tyler Warren and then they have Jonathan Taylor back there. Their defense is really really
Don't
good.
forget Alec Pierce,
We'll
perennial
see.
Alec
deep threat.
Pierce.
We'll
Alec
see.
Pierce. Raiders have nothing and no one outside of Max Crosby
Well, listen to this
and
though. On
Jacoby.
offense, guess who has not showed up
We're
yet? The
just
man
talking
who's
about
supposed to
Ashton
be
Genty.
the man who's supposed to be on offense has not showed up yet. Guess who that
One
is?
game against the worst rush
Geno
defense that you
Smith.
were talking about last week.
Chill,
No,
chill,
listen,
chill.
no offensive line. Real
Get to
worried
the
about
next
the
game. Get to
Raiders.
the next game.
The
I'm over
The
this
Colts
now.
offensive
Don't watch
line
this
is
game anymore. Do
way
not
better
watch
than the
this game.
Raiders.
Don't watch this game, apparently.
Exactly.
Go to the next game.
I mean, Sean's saying to watch it, so watch it.
Yeah, don't listen to these assholes.
All right. Games of the week. I'm up first, and I chose Bucs Seahawks. Ty Bob has a pretty vested interest in this game as well.
I'll be
Starters
watching.
and benchers on in this game from his Just the Tips. Um, but I think if this were in Tampa Bay, I would be saying Bucks no problem. Um, the Bucks do have the whole NFL has a freaking injury bug right now, but they have some key pieces that are missing. The Seahawks defense has actually been pretty formidable, and I know that playing in Seattle with the 12th man can be difficult. So the fact that the Bucks are on the road, I think makes this game way more competitive. Definitely gives Seattle um, not necessarily the edge, but they have that going for them. Like that's a slight advantage to the Seahawks. And these teams are both I believe they're both 3-1. Two of the better teams in the NFL right now.
You would be correct on their
Yep.
records. One question here is like, is Bucky Irving going to play? He was seen on crutches and in a walking boot as early as yesterday. Yesterday being Wednesday, is when that was reported. I don't think he's practiced, at least on Wednesday. I haven't seen the report for today. They've got some great backs. I think you get Sean Tucker back this week. He's been out up until this point. You also have Rashad White, but they're clearly not Bucky. How much does this affect the Bucs? Should Bucky not play?
I think this will affect him a little bit for the big chunk plays Bucky does bring to them, but Rashad White is still a very serviceable running back, along with being in the pass game as well too. Emeka Egbuka is looking amazing for them right now, and like you said earlier, for your stardom, Chris Godwin. I think this is the week that he actually comes back, starts performing like his old self again. So this is really just a matter of the big chunk plays over and over again. They're going to find that in different areas with the players they have there now, instead of just relying on Bucky over and over again.
Let's not forget about their defense too. One of the better defenses in the league. They had a rough start against the Eagles last week, but every other team they've played, like Vita Vea is always back there. They've got some really good pass rush. They can cover it tremendously well. I think that's going to be the make or break for this game is if their defense can step up to the plate even more than they usually do. Because the Seahawks do have a little bit of firepower there.
Well, I forgot to mention the injury bug that is affecting the Bucs. Baker is nursing a biceps and another issue. Um, so generally, even if he doesn't have weapons, Baker tends to find a way to get shit done. Last year he was throwing to Jalen McMillan a lot, and like they were still winning games. But yeah, if this is kind of serious, or if this is affecting him, um, don't be surprised if the Seahawks kind of whoop up on the Bucs a little bit.
Do they still have Kyle Trask as the backup, or is it somebody else now?
Oh, I don't know.
That would
Well,
Kyle
whoever it is,
Trask.
they're not playing. Like Baker's nursing injuries, but he's gonna play. I
Hetty
guarantee it.
Bridgewater is the
Oh,
second string. They do not carry a third or fourth on their active roster, though I believe Kyle Trask is on their practice squad. I could be wrong there, but I believe that's the case.
so if
Yeah,
Baker is
so
not
like
eligible to
monitoring his
play,
injuries would be a big thing for me.
Teddy's going to be great playing in that game
Teddy
though.
Two. Listen, we've also seen Baker play with literally a broken shoulder before, like in his throwing arm.
And he
Like
struggled.
there's he did.
And
It
he
was also
struggled.
it was also a Browns team that struggled all around him. He is in a much better situation should he have injuries to be able to compensate for one way or another.
Baker's the type of guy that's going to play through it if he's like if he's cleared in any way. So like I have no doubts that he's going to play on Sunday. It's, are we going to see signs of those injuries in the game is kind of what I'm alluding to.
That's fair. That's fair. On the other side for the Seahawks, I mean, you've got JSN, you've got K9. Charbonnet got banged up last week, went out. I don't know if he's playing this week. If I remember
The
reports
ESPN fantasy
correctly,
app says he's fine.
says he's
Yeah.
fine. Okay. I think he was limited in a few practices this week so far, but I'm as a backup, I'm assuming he's going to be fine. They've got JSN, who's been a breakout player this year after losing DK Metcalf. They also did bring in Cooper Cup, who has
Not a
effectively
breakout
done.
player. JSN had over 1,000 yards last year.
He was on pace for
Breakout
he's
player,
on pace
breakout.
for far more than that this season is what I mean. Is like a
He's
top
on pace
five.
to like lead the NFL in receptions, damn near.
Yeah. But Cooper Cup is a guy that they brought in, a veteran, a guy who's been a Triple Crown winner. He's effectively done absolutely nothing this season.
He's had one good game.
Well, he doesn't have Matt Stafford throwing him the ball, so what's he supposed to
Had
do?
he's had one good game, and after week two, there was an article on ESPN's fantasy. Is Cooper Cup Sam Darnold's new safety blanket? No, he's not. But yeah, I
He's
mean Cooper definitely has the potential to pop off every now and then. His production just I mean going off of the first 4 weeks, I don't see it being consistent at all this season. So maybe
he's
expect like one or two more big games out of Cooper Cup. I don't think it happens against the Bucs.
he's got 162 total yards. Just for reference against that, JSN has 402 total yards. Really, I mean those
JSN is
it's
also
top
like
heavy.
close to the top of the NFL in
Yeah,
receiving
no,
yards.
I was
And I'm
just
saying
saying
Cooper
for
Cup had one good game. He
yes,
had one good week two.
yes.
That moves us to the next game of the week, and that is going to be the Patriots versus Bills Sunday Night Football. Bills are 10-point
Why?
favorites at home. This is what do you think? This is the AFC
Why?
East showdown of the week. Listen, Patriots are 2-2. Bills are still undefeated. I don't know if the Patriots can get it done, but this is a step in the right direction for what they want to be in the future. Maybe at the end of the year they're going to have a better game than this one, but this is going to be interesting to see where Drake May is at with his progression so far this year. I believe this could be a big revenge game for Stephon Diggs. I think he's ready to go. He's going to show out in this game. And honestly, Drake May has been a fantastic quarterback this year so far. I'm still pissed that I sat him last week thanks to Tybo. Don't sit him this week. He's going to put up some points. They're going to be down early in the game. They're going to have to throw the ball to get back into it. Yeah, he's probably going to have a few turnovers still, but guess what? He's going to put up some points for you. So I like that in this week. And I have a little bit of faith in the Patriots that they can definitely cover this spread. It's a lot of points. It's a lot of points.
In a
Did
division matchup,
we
I
had
think
a
it's
bunch of
too
big
many
spreads
points.
last week? Did any of those hit?
I think all of them hit.
Damn.
Bills did not hit last
Let
week.
me
Bills did
let
not hit.
me. Oh, Bills Saints. Was that last week?
Yeah, 15 and a half.
Yes. No. Where am I at? Yeah, that one did not hit. But the Lions covered on their 10 point. Let's see. Do we have any other big ones? We had Packers Cowboys that obviously pushed on seven. Bengals Broncos. Broncos did cover on 7.5. So we were 50-50.
Not bad.
Patriots are like fun, but like I don't know how good of a team they are.
I don't know if they're that good of a team. It is a
I don't think
divisional
their defense
matchup,
is
and the
close to being
Patriots
ready yet.
usually play the games close. What I'm more interested in, Sean, you picked this as your game of the week, so you tell me, are we going to see more Travion Henderson this week? Is he going to take that a little bit more of a push for maybe not a starter, but is he going to get more of the carries? Is he going to get more of the touches? Is he finally going to start being showcased a little bit more?
I think this is the week that they should definitely start breaking him in more. Like I said, Sunday Night Football, what better time than right now? Ramondre Stevenson has just been a problem for the Patriots all year, and one bad play is all it takes, and Ramondre will not be playing for most of that game.
Well, he's going
So
to have a
definitely
bad
time
because it
for
happens every game.
it's got to when's the breaking point with him?
I do not know what the coaching staff sees. I like he's a very good back. We've seen him be a good back. He can catch out of the backfield. He's very good running in between the tackles as well. His problem is hanging on to the ball. It always has been. It was back in Oklahoma as well. Like it's always been an issue. Um, Eventually, you have to go. Enough is enough. Like you drafted Travion Henderson for a reason. There shouldn't be any more talk about it. Like he needs to come in, especially when you're also missing. I think Keyshawn Booty is out for a good bit with this team, and so that leaves you with what Stephon Diggs and Hunter Henry, and
Demario
Austin
Douglas.
Hooper.
Austin Hooper. Yeah, because you run 12-man personnel 90% of the time. Nobody really cares about Demario Douglas.
I mean, he's a solid receiver. Like you can say what you want about
Oh,
him, but he's a
I'm
very
also
solid
forgetting
receiver.
another player for a revenge game in this game as well, Mac Hollins. So you have two receivers for the Patriots revenge game against the Bills. Think about it.
Think about it.
Come
They're gonna
on
be
now,
Mac
revenge game.
Hollins is gonna be blocking his ass off.
I will say that the Bills have gotten much better ever since they got rid of Kyer Elam, the guy that they took when the Chiefs traded up in front of them to get Trent McDuffie. He's been a big liability on their defensive side. The teams passed against them on his specific side more often than not in the past couple of seasons. He's now out of there. I think he's in Miami now. Um, and their DBs have tightened up quite a bit there in Buffalo. So I think while you say start Drake May, I think they're going to have a tough night in Buffalo for that one.
I didn't say don't worry. He's probably going to throw an interception or two, but he's going to be throwing the ball a lot. Big points there.
Fair enough.
I like the allure of a divisional matchup. I just don't know if this was the right one.
We'll see.
Yes, we
We'll
will.
get to the third game of the week here. It is not a divisional matchup, and it is Jaden Daniels' return this week. He has been confirmed as playing as he heads into SoFi. East Coast to West Coast. Chargers at home are 2.5 point favorites. Don't forget that Scary Terry will still be out. I think this is game three. Is it game two?
True.
Dose. Two in a row that he is out. Jaden Daniels returns after being out for 2 weeks. And they're going up against, unfortunately for the commies, a playoff team. Now, not a good playoff team, but one of the theories that we have talked about and the rest of the league has talked about is commies can't really beat playoff teams. They just struggle.
They can't defend
And
against the pass.
they
This is a
can't defend
bad
against the
quarterback
pass.
to be going up against if you can't defend the pass.
Not only is it a bad quarterback to go up against, like he's finally got his weapons now. Outside of playing against the Giants, who do have a very solid front, the commies don't have a good pass rush. They do not have capable DBs to be able to play against the pass. And you've got Keenan Allen, one of his favorite weapons of all time over his career. Lad McConkey, who hasn't had a breakout game yet. I thought about putting him on my stardom list. I think he finally
It
kind of
burned.
gets right this week. Um,
It burned me
and
last week to say sit Quentin Johnston.
I think he has a little bit of a good week here, but not enough that you'd want to start him in fantasy just yet. And then obviously don't forget about Quentin Johnston, breakout player for this year. He's always had the capabilities as a talented receiver. Just one of the issues
He
he
just had the
has
drops.
was his hands. Didn't know how to catch the ball as a receiver, which will hurt you. Could get open, could not catch. And so there's that. Amari and Hampton probably going to have a fantastic game. As Najee is out. The
At
only
least
thing that I
18 fantasy points. At least 18.
the one thing that I would caution here for the Chargers and why the spread is so low, you're missing right and left tackle. Rashawn Slater, left tackle, is out to start the season. They moved Joe Alt into the left tackle position from right. He's now out for multiple weeks with an ankle issue. So Justin Herbert may be running for his life a little bit here, even though, again, the commies don't have a great pass rush. If you're going up against any NFL team with lackluster starters, especially on the outside, it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, honestly, I think the only way the commies really make this game competitive is if they can take advantage of the poor tackles. But I don't see that coming from just their D linemen. Like the commies are going to have to throw in some blitz packages and disguise their looks to keep Justin Herbert off balance. Um, I'd love to see Justin Herbert running for his life, but I don't think that comes from the Commanders' defensive ends positions. I think it's going to have to be, a slot blitz, a roaming safety linebacker. Like they're going to have to bring some looks that Justin Herbert isn't comfortable with, and bring some pressure from other places. but still attacking those outside tackles.
Yeah, I honestly think this is going to be a big turnaround game to prove Ty Bob wrong for the Commanders. I think they're going to really compete with the playoff team, even though he said it's a bad playoff team.
It's just a bit. Sean's saying anything opposite of Ty Bob today.
That's exactly what he's doing. I don't. It's dumb.
Got
It's
to
a
try
bad
something, man.
bit.
I just attack you with logic. That's all it is.
I mean, you
Your
had
logic
solid
is
logic. You had solid logic in the Just the Tip segment. I will give you that.
problem is you don't apply that logic to anything that you normally say when it's just you.
You know what? That happens sometimes.
Whatever, bro. You got
I think
anything
it's going to
else to
be a
say
close
about
game.
Commies Chargers?
I will say
Nope.
on the fantasy side, maybe start Ja'Cory Mary Crosskett. Old Bill might be time. They do running back by committee. He is their
Okay,
leading
so
rusher.
listen,
He's a
listen.
great
Like
receiving back.
you're saying that when both running backs had the same amount of carries and Chris Rodriguez had he had a chunk run, but he ended up with more rushing yards.
He did. But remember, they do it by running back by committee, and so you had 2 weeks ago Nichols, who had the big breakaway run.
McNichols, yeah.
McNichols, sorry, he had the big
McNipples.
breakaway run. This past week it was Chris Rodriguez, and so now this week we're gonna get a
Bill. A Bill game.
Bill Bill game.
Bill.
It's a Bill game.
Bill, Bill,
Um,
Bill, Bill.
yeah, watch out for him.
Ty Bob's got a bald head. All right.